Jon has a brilliant article that he wants to talk to us all about. He's read every single word, and he loves ZDNet, or ZDNet, as I call them. Jon, take it away on Not So Critical Update.
Is it ZNet, maybe? Do you think it's ZDNet? Anyway, employers are not willing to spend money on security, and stumped me, but they are getting hacked. Like, hello, what do you mean? It's like, who wrote this shit? How? Okay, yeah. Hey guys, we're not gonna spend money on cybersecurity this year. Limiting the budget. We got ransomware. I think we should have spent money on cybersecurity. It's like the sentence won't even end, and then they're already getting ransomware.
It's a comedy sketch, isn't it?
It's actually a bit. It's like, is this a late April Fool's joke? Like, what is going on? How are you writing this? When I came across this article.
What's the core? Are you saying that it's a misrepresentation, or you're saying it's so obvious? Like, why are they bothering to write it? So I thought I agreed with you, but now I'm not sure.
No, why are they writing? Like, what? Yeah, of course. As we both come from MSP backgrounds, we've seen the reluctant, like these business owners saying they don't want to spend, and then something bad happens, for sure. We're not disagreeing with the article, but it's
Sorry.
Peter?
What's the big US tabloid? You know, the kind of aliens are invading...
the Sun? I don't know.
No, that's the UK one, is the Sun or the Mail. The Daily Mail. But what's the big one? Like the New York Reporter or something?
I can't remember.
It's like the big red.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is the byline, not byline, the subtitle on this story. No, the bit underneath
the subtitle.
It is amazing. It's preventing cyber attacks is a more cost-effective solution than reacting to one. Like, I completely agree with you, Jon. This is just such a crappy article. Although, of course, next week we're going to be. I know. Next week we're going to be pulling an article from ZDNet.
And loving it.
Yeah, loving it.
Come on now.
Tesla
they're not bleeping
Bitcoin
computer
is on the rise. Yeah.
But, no, not our good friends at bleeping, or BC, as I like to call them.
This is what's happening, though. And we see stories all the time about companies getting hacked, and ransomware payments are actually going down, but the cost of cleaning up after these things is going up year after year after year. And it's because companies won't invest in this. We just talked about how the CEO from Colonial Pipeline talked about how they spend so much money on IT security, but it's like a smaller portion of their budget than they should be to protect themselves, and they got hacked. Right. So to us, it seems obvious and a stupid story, but hopefully, I mean, could there be a business owner out there thinking like, oh, maybe I should think about this?
Yeah, but don't fucking write it like this. Like, this is not, what do you mean business owner? A business owner is going to read this and be like, wow, you know, like my perspective has changed.
But that's not
nothing else has gotten through to them.
Well, I think it's like, hey, here's the percentage of people who, like, you can do a versus. You can do here's how many companies were hacked that were putting too much money into cybersecurity, and here's how many companies were hacked that haven't been putting nearly enough.
IT guys
it'll be stacked.
Are
like
making
this,
that argument all the time. Business owners,
but reading it, but like you said, but like reading it from, but that's the thing. While IT is yelling at their direct at their higher ups, if the higher ups are scrolling on their Apple News in the morning and they see something like that pop up, it's going to be totally different. When I see this, I don't think so. I'm like, what? I don't know. I hope that you're right. I don't believe you are, because this shit reads like fuck. I don't even want to. I don't know. I can't.
I think this is one of those situations where is the purported intended audience is not really who they're expecting to read it. Right. So ZDNet or the author of this isn't really trying to trying to reach the CEO and convince them to spend more money on their cybersecurity budget. They're trying to irritate people like us and the kind of guy on the street who's reading the ZDNet and trying to incite rage so that they get more views. That's the religion. They're writing a
what
internet rage.
What drives rage about this?
Did you hear John just now? Because
I think it's like they're covering shit that shouldn't be covered. Like we know.
Yeah.
This is 2021, okay?
It's tabloid nonsense.
If you haven't heard of cybersecurity as a business owner in 2021, don't be a fucking business owner. Like, why are you running a shop?
I am shocked by these hot takes. I am shocked. I am shocked. Like, seriously, this is how business owners are. Not like...
What?
Oh, my God.
I can't tell if you're being genuine now or not.
Yeah, me neither.
No, I honestly am.
Oh my God.
Now I've been out of managed services for a couple of years.
That
I would talk to business owners one after another who would just say, we don't feel like we're at risk. And I'd tell them, like, here's the percentage of businesses that get hacked. Here's what your budget should be to protect against it. Here are all the things you need to be doing. Time after time after time, they'd say, I don't think it's going to happen to me.
Right, but I don't think this article is going to make a difference.
I was going to say, exactly. They're going to, what do you think? Those people who are looking at the numbers, right? Numbers are being presented to them and they're like, no, that doesn't apply to me. We're going to pass. And this article is going to change my mind. Everything.
I like that it's not a numbers-based approach. It's saying you're an idiot for doing this. And I think that's the message they need to hear. It's not a logical argument. Stop presenting them logical arguments. Say something that's going to shock them into some kind of consciousness.
We live in idiocy, basically, is what you're saying. We're living in like the worst timeline where
100%. Have you not been paying attention, John? I know you're out of the country right now, but things aren't great over here.
But it's like Darwinism. No, it's like Darwinism for sure. Really, it's Darwinism. Okay, I'm telling you, like these businesses that aren't listening, they're not going to listen to this article. They're going to run out. They're not going to survive.
Yeah, but unfortunately, there's a lot of frog spawn that's going to just keep popping up new.
Yeah.
Did you say frog
new
spawn?
Shitty, no prep. Like
I was talking to a biochemist recently about like biochemical experiments on DNA, and apparently they use frog spawn as a way to dick with DNA and then re-inject it into the fertilization process, along with fruit flies, which we
did we know anything about that reference you just made, or you just threw that in? Frog spawn?
No, because he was talking about Darwinism. So I was thinking, well, yes,
he's saying that more will spawn as the others die, which is consumerism, capitalism.
Picking up on that.
Yeah.
But that's healthy, right? Like that's what's supposed to happen. Is businesses fail, new ones pop up to take the space.
Make the same mistakes again.
No, they're new and improved, and they don't make the same mistakes. That's the whole point, right?
So at a certain level, that's true. Most businesses are not that big. 90. I actually used to know the statistics, and I don't know anymore, but like 95% of businesses have less than 10 employees, and these are the guys that have your personal information because they're your accountant or your auto shop or your whatever. And they're the ones that are going to get hacked by this, but they think I'm not a target. I'm too small. I'm not going to be a problem. So they take the risk and roll the dice, and they're the one. This is how you get compromised.
Sure, for sure. And, sadly, as you said, it's a really good point, actually. They hold personal data of, a few thousand people, a few hundred people maybe, but a few thousand as customers come and go. And they don't do proper, they don't have proper deletion policies or retention policies. These are definitely the people you have to worry about specifically because they're not going to pay the ransom, or maybe they are, who knows? But my point is, even if they did, you've been breached. The data doesn't belong to you anymore, no matter what you say. What are you going to go hire an external auditor, right? Like, no. Are you going to notify your customers? Like, probably not.
Yeah. The HIPAA breaches. One of the companies I worked with specialized in dental practices. These would be small dentists saying the exact same thing. Like, it's just my practice. I don't need to worry about it.
You show them
they're facing
board?
fines.
You show them the board of shame.
Yeah,
That's
all of it. Like people just don't. It's that ability to predict risk, right? We just as humans suck at it and put our heads in the sand and get breached. So.
And fun fact for our viewers: HIPAA is spelled with 1 P, 2 A's.
Yeah,
it's HIPAA, not
also
HIPPA.
Also, deadly animals. They cause more deaths per year than lions.
Yeah, hippos are crazy violent.
Big
they
deadly.
are
and
big
fast.
Yeah, and super fast. Little tanks underwater and above water. Enraged
they don't
little
swim.
bulls.
They bounce.
Right. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Which is kind of crazy.
You know about who's the drug lord? The guy Pablo Escobar's hippos. You know about the issue?
Yeah. No, I don't know about the issue.
Yeah, well, so he imported a whole bunch of hippos just to be cool into his compound, and after he died, they just bred. And they've essentially become an invasive species now, and they have to like
people.
Well, they have become a problem. They're just way more than. Yeah.
So are they doing like population control and stuff, or?
I think they are quite hard to control, those hippos.
No, they're definitely hard to control. Those big hippos, yeah.
Anyway, spelled with one P, 2 A.
In terms of invasive species, like here we're dealing with like murder hornets, but now I'm kind of on the fence whether I think it's worse to have murder hornets or like hippos.
Well, what's cooler is definitely an important factor, I think.
Yeah,
I understand Pablo's appeal. I think hippos are pretty fucking cool from afar.
Yeah.
I don't think they're cool when they're close to me.
It does give a completely new meaning to the term HIPAA violation, though.
For sure. Multiple.
We should probably end there. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I think we're done.